2, 3, 4.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews, and today we have a MTL tank for you. Yes, today we are looking at the LAMO tank from Koguovape. Brand new company on the market, I think, 'cause I haven't found any more information about it. And I was sent this tank by Mark over at Nature Vape for the purpose of this review. So big thank you to Mark for that. And if you are interested in buying it after you've watched my review, pop up across to Nature Vape and you can pick it up there. So I'm going to drop down to the table, take a look around the tank, stick a build into it, and then I'll come back up top again and I will give you my thoughts. See you down there. Okay, so here we are down at the table with the LAMO RTA from Koguovape. As you can see, this comes in stainless steel, and it comes in stainless steel and also black. So nice box design, LAMO. On that side nothing, on the top side nothing, that side nothing, and that side nothing. And then on the back you've got a list of your in-package contents, designed and produced by Koguovape, and it's got all your natural warnings on there, made in China, and it's also got their contact details. So let's get the box open. You get your user manual, which tells you all the details about it, that it's 22mm, 46mm in height, and weighs 50 grams. And then on the back it gives you a breakdown of everything you've got, how to fill it, etc., and the air system that you can do. And here is the RTA itself. You get a spare glass, and you also get a box with spare parts in it. In here you get your Allen key, and you also get a little baggie, and in the little baggie you get spare O-rings, spare grub screws, and you also get your little airflow restrictor, which I need to take out because we will be using that. Set that to the side. Okay, so let's have a look around the RTA itself. It's got quite a long, thin acrylic drip tip on there. It has got some knurling around the top fill, no knurling around the bit, but then it's got another bit of knurling around here. And this is just above the glass. Now I tend to hold it so it doesn't spin the glass, get the top airflow, or sorry, top fill, and twist it off using the knurling, and it comes off quite easily. Now the drip tip is a 510 held on with two good sturdy O-rings. As you can see, the machining on this is absolutely lovely. And then you've got the little indent in there, which is basically your air release, so when you put the top cap on, it doesn't push all the juice down in. A nice O-ring down there as well. Nice and tidy. Get that right the right way. Then the two nice large kidney shaped fill port holes. That's your chimney coming up through, nice and thin. And then come down onto the main body of the tank itself. There's no branding on this, which I did find rather strange. Going around it, there is your air, your juice flow control there, and then you can see a little dot just there and a little dot just there. If you put these two dots together, it releases the chimney off. So this is your chamber chimney part, and the machining is nice on this as well. It's just been through the ultrasonic cleaner, so that's if you see a little bit of residue. Your juice flow imports, and then you've got your little notches in there which slide into there to lock down the system, so it just locks down and screws, so it does only go so far. So there's your deck. You've got two nice large holes to put the coils into, two very large Wick chambers, And then you've got this little recess in here is where the airflow restrictor pops into, just like that, and it pops down tight, but it comes off to allow you easy access to play with your coils. Large O-ring around there as well, and then on the bottom it's LAMO RTA by Koguovape or Koguovape or something like that, and your 510 is protruding if you ever wanted to put it onto a bread, and the serial number is number 38. Okay, so I just need to put the chamber back on a minute or two, and this top bit, just so I can take off because you could purchase the bottom airflow ring. So your airflow isn't controllable by the ring, that's your airflow that comes in, but what it is controllable by is these little inserts that you get. You get one which is 4mm by 1.2mm, which is that one. You get one that's got 3 by 1mm holes, 2 1mm holes, and a 1mm hole, and they're stored in the side of your base, and they come out just like that, and they've got a little O-ring on it, and it's just where your O-ring is, you keep it to the lowest part and it just clicks into place. So the airflow just comes into the one place there and then comes up through there at the bottom of your coil. It's a lovely little design, and it's nice to the fact that it has them built in, so you've always had them with you if you fancy changing what your airflow is when you're on the move. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a wee build into this. I'm going to be using some Nature Vape coils, 1 core Clapton stainless steel 0.68, and these were from Nature Vape, who also supplied the RTA for the purposes of this review. Okay, so let's get a build put in. Okay. I'm using the coily tool just to measure the size of the posts. So there's 4mm posts, nice and tight, so you'll want to measure your coil at 4mm to get it cut. And when you're getting these wicked up, want to use the beaver method just to make sure, because they are quite big portholes, you actually need a little bit more cotton than you potentially would think you would need. So just make sure that the wicking ports are well and truly filled. That way you won't get any leakages. Have it, just grab the juice. And this is a top secret one at the moment. It is a Nature Vape juice I'm going to be using. It's a new adaptation of one of their juices, strawberry custard. And then make sure you put in your little airflow adapter. Sure just the Wick's right out of the way. Sorry, restrictor. Pops in just like that. And make sure everything is inside. And put back on the chimney. Lock it in place. Airflow is closed. I suppose it does help if I put the air ring on before doing anything else. Just slots back into place like so. As you can see, the airflow is going through nicely. And finally, the glass, make sure it's put down into place, and then once you get your glass on and held in place, get it filled up. And top fill. Cap on. And there we have it. So join me up top whenever I shall go through the pros and cons of the LAMO RTA. So welcome back up again, folks. That was a good look round and a build put into the LAMO RTA. What's my thoughts? Now, I'm newly onto sort of the mouse to lung tank. I haven't really dabbled much in sort of the mouse to lung rebuildable stuff apart from the pause, etc. And apart from the Nevermore, which you can find the review previously for it, this is a new dabble into it for me. And what do I think of this tank? Any cons? No cons. I know people have said that they wish the knurling, which is round here, was on the top fill. But I actually find that, with my fingers, I actually find it easy to hold the knurling there like that, and then just twist the top fill off. That's my personal preference and personal way of liking it. I do like this drip tip on here, because as you can see it sits nicely on the edge balance, and the drip tip comes up above it, so if it was any lower down you would be running the risk of sort of vaping against that. The juice flow can be a little bit loose on it, for want of a better word. I think, well, maybe it's better that way than too tight where you're really struggling, but being loose, if you had it in your pocket, just double check that the juice flow is still open and you're not going to be sucking on nothing instead of your nice juice coming into through your coils. Bottom airflow, really smooth, really smooth, and like when you look at the chimney going up, it is a really restricted chimney. You probably could get away with doing a very restricted direct lung on this, but to me it's just a lovely mouth to lung vape, and it's perfect for what I vape on it. I guess it's 18.1 watts, and it's just perfect. I've been vaping the strawberry bubblegum from Billionaire, and I've also been having it through this as well, just as a comparison, because I know how good it is through the Vupu, and I am getting banging flavours from it. It is very flavoursome, very you can pinpoint all the flavours coming through in the juice. Easy to wick, as you see, using the beaver method, and it is more, it's plenty. you do need more than you actually may think you need, because of those huge nearly get it right, huge juice flow ports, not just flow ports, wicking ports. But the juice is controlled by the little holes at the side, so the juice is coming in at a regulated pace. It's not just coming in flooded. And I have tried a few times of filling it with the juice flow control open, and I still haven't had any flooding. I've had no problem with leaks, apart from the very first time whenever I wicked it up, and it was just like, oh, need more cotton in there, which that's when you sort of realise the more you have in, probably the better. You don't want it super tight, but the beaver method works really, really well on it. For the price range, now I know the Nevermore iVape, I had it, and it is a fantastic and it's an amazing tank, but it is almost £20 more expensive. At the price point this is at the minute, which is around the £35 mark, that if I was buying one now, I would probably buy this. Definitely would, because at £34, it doesn't take you long to build up £34 worth of stock coils. And for this, you're getting a much better vape than a stock coil. When your cotton does, it's just a matter of ripping out the cotton, sticking it in. If you look after your coils, you can get a good 4, 5, 6 months out of your coils, changing your cotton, and it's costing you pennies to change your cotton. Yes, it is that good. I just keep vaping on it, because I haven't put it down since I got it. The balance also will be up for review very shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you've liked this video, folks, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below. If you haven't enjoyed this video for any reason, give me a thumbs down. Still drop me a wee comment down below, because I still like getting all the comments and everything else and seeing how I can make my videos better. Once again, big massive thank you to Mark over at Nature Vape for sending me this across for the purposes of review. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and it's become an everyday device for me to use. And final thing to say is, if you're not subscribed to me, please consider hitting the subscribe button, because every subscription is very much appreciated. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you've been watching this review. Take care now. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.